Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome. I am the Red-Eye Jedi, and I am going to cover basically everything that was in the last video, but this time without music. I did not add the music on secondary, so I can't just delete it and repost the video, because I do everything usually one take, and that includes having music run in the background. I just need to update my settings a little bit. I changed some stuff, and apparently things just weren't set right, so I got to set them back. So let's start with the prices. So first up, as you can see, we had this huge dip, right? And I was talking about earlier that it was just crazy. I was thinking about it, about how much the markets kind of dipped, because you had Bitcoin that was up at 64,000. You had Ethereum at 46,000, or sorry, not 46,000, but 4,600. And they both basically crashed in half. XRP, almost the same thing. I mean, it was, yeah, at one point it was above $1. It was $1.20. Then it came down to 77, and then ended up going all the way down to like 56 or 54 cents. Either way, still very low. 58 cents maybe, if I could be wrong, but I think either way, everything dropped. And so right now, instead of panicking, I think this is the best time to pick up some coin. Everything dropped from when Judge Netburn had ruled on the SEC Ripple case to allow some stuff that was talked about by William Henman, that back in a speech in 2018 where he declares Ethereum not a security. But then he goes, of course, I'm sure you're all familiar with that. He says it's his own personal opinion, but when he talks about it, he says we, not I, we. And the SEC agreed with him. They just didn't say anything. So, this right here is very good news for XRP, but maybe not so good news for Ethereum. I don't think it really has any effect on Bitcoin, but it's just the way things have happened. It's crazy. And I think right now is the best time. If you notice, almost everything is in red. Right now is the best time to go in and swoop up on these coins. You got Casino Coin at 0.0011 cents. You got Falre at 31 cents. Gala at basically 18. You have SGB at 8 cents. Townstar Coin at 18. And XLM at 19.5. So everything is really low right now if you have the money. And I've noticed this usually happens when it's after you pay your bills, you have no more money, then things like to drop because you don't have money to put in to invest, right? That's the way I always see it, like, oh man, it always happens at the worst time. But I found ways to go and try and dump some money in certain areas, which, were good moves. Now let's go on with some other news. MetaWhips. So MetaWhips, if you see me on Twitter, I definitely have been talking about these West Coast Customs MetaWhips lately, and I've even mentioned it a couple times in my videos. Very cool concept. They got these nice cars, and to buy them, it is 0.1093 Ethereum. So, depending on the value of Ethereum, it's anywhere between $300 to $250. And these cars will be playable once the West Coast Customs game comes out. So, very cool. There's a lot of different ones. I have 2 of them, and I'm planning on buying more because, like every addiction, these are just cool little cars that I'd love to have, especially because they have more use case than just a picture, right? These you get to play with in a game. And very cool. So if you haven't seen mine, we'll go over here real quick. So these are the 2 I have. This is the first one. This is one that I bought during whitelist, and it came with my dog Midas. So this is my doggy, and then you go to properties. You can see the stats on everything. So Fido has a 0.36 percentage, and my Chrome is 0.72. Everything else is a little bit higher, the lights and whatnot. and the black wall or the back wall. So, but either way, very cool. I love the car, and yeah, it is a very popular one because my other car has the same backdrop. But this one got laser eyes, which, I thought was kind of cool, going for our crypto themes, so bullish, and now I've got laser eyes, right? So, what's going on with West Coast Customs is tomorrow, you have Rarity Sniper that's going to go and do a whole little Rarity thing and let us know where these cars stand, the MetaWhips. So very cool. Keep an eye out for that. And then West Coast West Coast Customs MetaWhips made Rarity Sniper his own badass car. This one, look at it has big old wheels. Oh man, this is a pretty cool setup they got going on. But this is a custom one made specifically for a Rarity Sniper. So very cool. I love it. I love the color. I love the look. I wish I had a car like that. That in real life too. It's just a cool car. And this is Rarity Sniper's website, so you can come over here and get listed yourself if you have an NFT project you're working on. It's free to list your upcoming projects, and then for him to, I think, do a Rarity, I'm sure you probably have to pay for that. I saw somewhere a while back a pricing, and I'm not sure if that was for him or someone else. But either way, it's pretty cool what they got going on. You click on the logo, it takes you right here to the MetaWhips. And then I got some Bullish ones. So this is my Bullish Club whip right here. Obviously, it's the one I showed you on OpenSea, but, sporting the bowl with West Coast Custom shirt, chilling, eating some pizza. I don't know. It was a cool little project. I'm very excited for it, and I'm excited to see what else is going to come out with those. Another NFT project I thought was really cool is Sparkles. This is something I've actually been waiting on for a while. If you don't know, some of the creators of Sparkles were actually Flare Finance beta testers like myself. So I got to see it at the beginning stages, when everyone was just joining and, collaborating. Unfortunately, I didn't stick around in the Discords that much because it's so hard when I'm trying to come up with my own products. Plus, I got my videos I do, and then I'm all over YouTube, or sorry, Twitter. There's just a lot of things I do, and then to try to be very active in Discord is kind of hard. And just, for anyone listening, I might be looking for someone to help with being a mod, soon. If you're interested, hit me up either down in the comments over on Twitter or in Discord. I'm looking for some help, as far as mods, promoting when it's ready, and just the other stuff too. Hey, if you got coding experience, let me know. Maybe we could work something out. I'm willing to pay if the price is right and the work is right. But no one gets paid until my NFTs get sold. This is the way it is. I mean, maybe I could pay a little hit up front, but you just let me know how you are, how you want to do things. If you're interested in any of the above, moderator, marketing, or coding, I'll give you props. I'll, put you out there, promote you and your work, and I don't know. I just could use the help, and collaborating is awesome. All right. So, Gala Games. If you have not played any of the games from Gala Games, ooh, I did not realize I had audio on over here. Sorry about that. That was probably really loud for some of you. My bad. Again, I didn't realize that was turned on. But so this right here is Town Star, and if you see the circle right here, this means I've earned 10 Town Coin. And it gives you challenges every day. So this one, it expires, the challenge will expire, well, in a couple hours here. The day will be over, and then I think we have to wait a day or so until we can start over. So they go and they give you challenges, and once you do those challenges, like this one, it's a earn 1,000 stars. And the easiest way to earn these stars is by doing deliveries. And the best deliveries, I don't have a candy shop this round because I started late, but if you have a candy shop and you make some peppermints, that like shoots this up pretty quick. And yeah, even without it, it's very easy to earn your coin throughout the day. And, because for me, I get to work from home, I have this running in the background while I do my job. And there's, you don't have to really do much of anything. Just check in every now and then, making sure you're not running out of money or stocking something, right? So very cool stuff. But now let's jump on over to Gala. So if you don't know what Gala is, these are it's a network with tons of fun blockchain games being built, and these are play to earn. Well, I don't think they all are, but they're all blockchain games. So you got some cool ones coming up here. Let's go and jump over to the games. So you got Townstar. That's the one that I was just showing you. Now that one, again, you get to earn your coin. You get Town Coin for playing that, and it's a playable game right now. You can click a visit store if you wanted to go and purchase anything for your store. So we could put available, and let's choose something a little lower. We don't want to, okay, uncommon. There's just all kinds of different things that you can purchase. And a lot of the stuff now can only be purchased with Town Coin, which you can earn. Or you could even purchase your Town Coin over here on BitSure. I'm not sure if it's the same coin you use to purchase things. I mean, it is Town, and it is from Gala. But sometimes, like if you buy even Gala and send it over, you still have to use Ethereum for gas. So you got to keep that in mind. And so let's go check out the games real quick. There's Townstar. There's The Walking Dead Empires. This one is cool. I don't own anything for that one yet because right now they just got land out, and the land, I think the cheapest land right now is about $4,000. And it goes up from there. I mean, some of them are like tens of thousands. So very expensive. Now, Mirandus, this one, and I'll show you everything I got. You could go and visit the store, buy your characters, buy your land, tents, boats, whatever you want. Legacy, I haven't really seen a whole lot on this one yet. And the same with Last Expedition or Echoes of Empire. I've seen some teasers here and there, but not a whole lot on it. And then Fortified, I also own some stuff on. It says it's in round 2. I haven't been able to check it out yet, but I already got my archers for it to start because if you know any tower defense game, it always starts off with your archers. I love tower defense games, so very excited for that. Let's see. There's nothing going on right now. They're just showing what I already bought. But the graphics have improved dramatically since I first started seeing this. So very cool project. I cannot wait for this game to start. And if you don't have Gala Gold, I definitely suggest having Gala Gold or getting a node. Nodes right now are not cheap. But you can also now get a Townstar node, which I think is these are the founder nodes, which man, I wish I jumped on it when I had the chance. And now they're like super, super expensive. But they have a Townstar node, which is just for Townstar, and with having a node that gets you exclusive drops for Townstar items for your game, which you can either keep and use or you could sell over on the OpenSea. So let's go and check out some of the inventory here real quick, just to give you an idea of what they got going on. So, spider tanks, for you to be able to play that game, you have to own a gun and a body. So I have a gun and a body, and then I got the skin from having Gala Gold. And then Townstar, I have my Express Depot and my Buggy Water Depot, both from having Gala Gold. And that makes things go faster, shipping faster. And his job is to make sure everything's watered. Yeah, I got my exemplar for Mirandus. I have my archery towers. They've improved the graphics since I first bought them. Originally, it just looked like a regular Archer tower from an old, tower defense game. Now, Echoes of Empire. This is not a playable character, but this is a character that will help you get through things much faster, apparently, for navigation. Sorry about that. Okay, and then we'll go over to collections. So this one right here is a snow globe that I got from Gala Games in my treasure chest as part of being a Gala Gold member. So, I don't know, just very cool stuff that you get with Gala. So definitely check them out if you haven't yet. There's a lot of fun stuff going on here, but some of it does take some money. But even with these are lands that are kind of, they're up there, but I'm sure there's a reason why they're up there. And when I have the money, guess what? I'm going to be buying that too. All right, so now let's jump down and over to where, yeah, see, you could grab, it says grab land. And you could, oh, here's a land for the game, but I still really haven't seen a whole lot of the game and what it's all about. I'll check out some of the stuff more as we go, get through the days and we get closer to things. I'd love to see all this, and yeah, we'll check it all out. But what I really wanted to talk about was Flare. So let me go ahead and jump over here on Songbird. Now, I kind of wish the audio wasn't so messed up so you can see what I did earlier, because I've already moved some money around after showing what I did earlier. And I feel like I lost some money too. It's just the way things happened. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the pools that I am in right now. Alright, so this is over on FlareFarm. This right here, these are the different pools you can be in. So if it's a single token pool, you can go ahead and invest your money here. You just come here, you'll click an allow button to first allow you to do it, and then you just go ahead to change staking, and you slide this to stake. My stuff, that's why my money disappeared. I was like, okay, I got tokens that aren't there, but it's because it's shown as wrapped right now. So I could go ahead and stake all of my wrapped, and then here I'll show you. Stake, and then you just click confirm. And then this is going to turn green here in a moment, and it'll be good to go. It'll have that staked in that pool. Okay. And now give it a moment. There you go. Now it's reflecting the higher value. So to have a single one, you just do exactly like I showed you, and that is it. Now, say you want to jump into a pool that uses both SGB and this canned. What I can do is now I'm going to go ahead and take some money out because I'm going to show you something. Oh, first, no, I don't want to mess up my order. I'm just going to wait for this to go through, and it takes a moment. It's not as fast as it was back in beta. And if you don't know, I was one of 300 beta testers for the Flare Finance beta back last year. I've been a part of Flare Finance since November 2020. So when we had a competition to see who, does the best at, these products and doing arbitrage and everything, I came in 18 out of 300. I believe I was in the top 10 is what happened, because there was a list that had gone around and it showed me in the top 10. But then because I think they didn't know if the moderators were going to be allowed to, and the devs, if they were going to be allowed to be a part of this. And then since they were, I was put in 18th, and, the devs and the mods that, and other people that weren't in that category, made their money and got to win their stuff. And you know what? I think they should have been a part of it, because there was a lot of work that went into the beta. And it was worth it. It was well worth it. So anyways, let me show you now. Let me go ahead, change staking. Now I'm going to unstake some of my tokens. Right now, this is how much I have. So let's go ahead and I am going to take out, let's see, we'll just say right there. I'm going to unstake this. Confirm. I'm glad to see it went there though, because I had pulled some money out of a pool and I was like, okay, I got all my EXFI, but where is my SGB? It just wasn't there and I couldn't figure it out. So once this clears, I'm going to go and explain everything on how these pools work if you're not familiar. All right. So the one I'm going to invest in is this EXFI SGB liquid pool, or LP, which is liquid pool. Or liquidity pool. But anyways, first, like always, you would click allow down here to allow you to trade into that. Another thing you have to do is when you go to FlareX, if you say don't have EXFI or something set for you to swap in, like SFIN, I haven't done it yet, I don't think, but I don't have enough money to trade. It will tell you down here to click allow first, so you're allowed to trade that token. And then once it's allowed, you can go and use that token everywhere. But you know, it's like setting a trust line for everything, right? That's the way they're kind of go. So right now my SGB is WSGB. I'm going to come in here. I was just curious to see if it would show, because usually I don't come in here for my WSGB. Okay, so let me go to best FTSO / delegate. This is where I go. So you could come here and you could delegate if it allows you, but right now I don't know if the things are closed. It says available. I can't delegate anything, which is kind of unfortunate. But I think it's just because of the day it is. And I shouldn't have pulled out what I already did have delegated. I was just messing with tokens and yeah, anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwrap these and I'm going to hit 100%. And it's going to unwrap all of this SGB I have. Okay, and now that I clicked OK, it's going to take a moment. Got to wait for that little green thing to show up and say, you're good. Sometimes it does take a moment. And me, I have no patience. You could always click on your MetaMask too, just to make sure. Well, says it's there, or you know that happened. See, this. Oh, there we go. It takes a moment, like I said, but this time I didn't have the green thing pop up. So now that I got my money, I'm going to come back over here to FlareX, and it shows how much I have. But I want to go in the pool that uses SGB and EXFI. Now, before I go and put my money in, I'm going to explain some things. For me to go in this pool, there's two things that are going to happen. I am going to earn rewards on the pool I'm in. So I'm going to pull this up real quick, just so we can see the pools. So the EXFI SGB liquidity pool, this one right here, you're going to earn not just SFIN, but eventually you're going to have LP tokens that you would earn. And you can also earn delegation rewards. I haven't gotten any today, but earlier in the week when I was invested, I was earning delegation rewards. So maybe it depends on the time you staked into it. Not quite sure. I'll check that out some more. It's been a minute since I've been on this network because things changed and it was running a lot slower than it did for beta, and I didn't have patience for it. Plus, I didn't have a lot of tokens. Now I have more than what I originally did. So, all right. when you're going in here, like I said, you're going to stake these 2 tokens to earn SFIN, possibly some SGB, and some liquidity pool tokens, right? But the liquidity pool, I don't think is going to happen until actual Flare finance. So, going back over to FlareX to explain the rest. Put the EXFI here. So, when you go to put money in a pool, you are going to, whatever you put for SGB, like on here, this is the best way to find out if I want to stake 8 EXFI, how much SGB do I need? So if you put it 50-50, that's going to tell you what you need. But you don't want to go and just dump everything into these LP pools, right? I always suggest maybe, I mean, you could do 50%. It won't let you go over what you don't have. But go 49 because you want to have a little bit left over for your gas fees. So now I'm going to go ahead and swap this, right? Now, before I swap that, say, and this is what arbitrage is about. Arbitrage is to try to find out where to make the most money. And this is what a lot of people did in the beta to get first or the top 10. So you have SGB and you want EXFI. Now you can buy it straight across and just swap it, and there you go. But for arbitrage trading, what if you found out that, okay, so instead of me going across, what if I went and bought this 321 SGB worth of canned, and then I transferred that canned into EXFI? There's a chance that you can get more EXFI doing that, and there's a chance you get less. But if you do the math, you could figure this out. And this is what we're figuring out in beta. And then I started using a tool that they had put out there called Julia, which was a code that, you know, we manually inputted all the info. And then it would let us know, hey, you know, there's these different ways of doing swaps, and you could make more money. And then FTSO.eu came out with this tool to kind of help you. And so the tool I'm looking at right now is the manual version. They also have, if you go to their actual website, here, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. If you go, that's not their actual website. It would have helped if I just typed it in. Anyways, when you come to their website, they have this thing right here. It says tools, and then if you hit arbitrage tools, they have, oh, they just updated it. So this wasn't here before. It showed the other stuff. So now it looks like it is up. If you go to ftso.eu, click on tools, this is here. And I'm going to show you how to use that. And then if this works decent, I will go ahead and make a video again. That's just how to use this. And if you see, I did a video way back in the day for the manual version. Flare Community did one for the automated version, which they will eventually put out again. But that's just not available right now. So check this out. This right here is going to allow you to figure out those arbitrage trades, right? So first off, let's take a step back before I explain arbitrage. I am going to just take my SGB 49%, and I'm buying my EXFI straight across. Now, what I wanted to show you before, and maybe I have it in a video, a couple videos back, is I had put probably about the same amount of money in here to get SGB, EXFI, and whatnot. And when I did that, you know, there was, I don't know, how do I say this? So I put, say, this amount in, got the SG or the EXFI. I went and I put it in my pool. So you could come over to here, find your SGB EXFI, and you could come here to stake your liquidity now. and you just drag this, and it's not going to let you go over what you have. So for all of my EXFI, it's going to require this much SGB, which is perfect because I have that and a little bit more for gas. So we'll go ahead and stake that there, and it'll be pending for a minute, and this will be dancing with its little Knight Rider dots. And there you go. Now it's successful. So we'll go ahead to the farm. Kind of helps because I didn't have any money in the pool, so you could see a little bit better how this stuff works. So now I find the pool that I just put money in, but it's not staked yet. It's just delegated into this pool. So if I hit start staking, I can drag this bar all the way over and hit stake. And so this right here is basically like in all how many tokens it says it's available. So it says 51 tokens. That I don't know what the 51 really came from, just because of the values. But either way, not important. All you do is when you do your swap, it's going to let you know how much of each. So it's always 50-50. You put your money in here, and then ta-da! Now it's there. It's good. So what's going to happen? Hold on one second. Okay. So what's going to happen is, let me jump back over here to Flare. Again, so if looking at it this way, and this is what I like to do to see where things are. So I would take note of where the SGB and EXFI are when I first put my money in, because that's important too. You know, you could have these bars go up and down in your favor, but maybe it's really not in your favor because the values aren't right. Okay, so what I'm talking about is if I put $100 in that SGB EXFI pool, $50 worth of SGB, $50 worth of EXFI. Okay, because it does it 50-50. So in total, it equals $100. Throughout the day, your values are going to be changing. When your SGB shoots up, there we go. This is a better way to look at it at the 15-minute, not the 1 day. When the SGB is shooting up and you flip it over and the EXFI is going down, that is what you want to see. And, you know, like for me, my goal would be I want to get more EXFI than SGB because EXFI is the token that's worth more. So again, if the SGB is going to go up in value, you're going to end up having less SGB tokens because it's still worth $50. But, you know, maybe at first 50 SGB is $50, but then later on, now it's 40 SGB equals 50, right? So it's dropping down. But with the EXFI, because the value of that EXFI is dropping down, you're going to get more EXFI. So what you do is you pay attention. Right now, when I delegate it or when I put it in there, I got 8.8 or 8.9 EXFI. So I go and I pay attention to things, you know, and say EXFI, you know, takes a nice little drop down to here or something, right? Let's say it goes to 35, or, you know, lower 36. Then when I pull my money out, I'm going to have more EXFI than SGB that I had originally staked. And that is perfectly okay with me, you know, because that EXFI, we already know it's a high value token and the value is going to go back up. And so what you do is you just go back and forth. When you see the SGB values drop low and the EXFI go up high, you want to stake in the pools. And then when it swaps, you pull it out. That is how you do it to make your money. So that's the best thing to do if your goal is to try to make as much money as possible. You could definitely just put your money there, leave it, never touch it, and just earn, you know, claim your rewards as you get it. But I like doing that swap too, because if you pay attention, like earlier, I think I put between like 8 and 10 EXFI in, and then when I pulled out later today, I pulled out 18 EXFI. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. And then just so you know, for all this SFIN, I suggest coming in here at least once a day, sometimes more, to take it all out. And you could go through and just click on all of these. That one doesn't like to do the whole rotating dot thingy. But once you could go ahead and click all of them before you do the MetaMask, and then tells you have 7 transactions waiting, or however many you clicked, and you could just go through now and click them. It just makes things go a little faster. This is something that we learned in beta to help us move quicker in our transactions. So this is going to go through, everything's going to start being successful. I'm just waiting for the last 2 to be successful. And then when that happens, I'm going to go ahead and take my SFIN over here, and I'm going to go ahead and change staking, and I'm going to dump all of that I just got. Oh, okay, just wait. You got more coming in. So the values are like, okay, hold up. So now I'm going to go ahead and drag it all the way up as high as it can, stake it. There you go. Now it's all there. And I'm going to show you something too. So how it says, like here, you staked, unclaimed. So the top part, unfortunately, won't show you if it's too many dots. But the bottom for the unclaimed, all you have to do is hover over it and it'll show you how much is unclaimed. And as you can see, I already have a value there, just waiting to be taken out again. And I could keep pulling it and putting it in here, pull it out, put it in, pull it out, put it in, and just have a good old time. All right, go ahead and dump all the EXFI I couldn't put in the other pool in here. Ta-da. And just keep doing that. So every day I go through a few times a day, claim everything, and then dump it in my SFIN pool. And then for the paired pools, I look at the values a couple times a day and look at when the tokens I want drop in value, and the tokens that I don't care for as much, like SGB, when that value goes up. So when that happens, that's when you want to do those swaps, or you want to pull your money out of the pool and then come back in later. You know, and it's depending on how much money you want to make. It just depends on how much work you want to put into it. So very easy process. I can go over it more. If you have any questions on how to do any of this, just let me know, and I will try to make another video going over it. You know, and I can explain more even in the comments here and over on Twitter. So just let me know what you guys think. And yeah, you know, just go and put all your money, not all your money, but all the money that you're willing to invest in here. I would suggest doing the single and the paired pools, because with the paired ones, you can actually make more money than just being in a single. The single's cool because if the value goes up, it doesn't affect you, but you can always claim more. But with this, you know, again, if I put $100 in here, but the SGB drops, or sorry, takes off and it goes up in price, and the EXFI takes a little dip, well, then you want to pull out to have more EXFI than SGB. Got it? All right, everybody. That's it for this video. You guys have a great night. Sorry about the other one with all the loud music, you know. I'll try and adjust that in the future because I think I want music in the background, but I want it super low, just enough to have a nice little ambient sound as we get through the videos. All right, everybody, you have a great night, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.